And Butternut, you are live. So, I'm believing that we are doing a live, so I'm going to say, hello everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. And holy Christ, is it warm today. Has been for the last couple of days, but today has been particularly spicy. And yes, I know, I'm going to say, oh, it's like, I don't know, what is the temperature? It's a lot for England. So even if you live in a country where constantly everyone melts.
It was like 28 today.
Yeah. Even if you live there, I don't fucking care. Is the best way that I can put it. It's hot for me in contrast to how it usually isn't. And it's horrible. Make my Monday. I don't make days. I was going to say something horrible then. I make everybody around me extremely happy, except when they say stupid things, when I make them sad. There we go. But yeah, how are we doing today? We had a pretty good day. We went out for lunch because fucking stupid hospitals nowadays. We have to travel fucking miles and miles and miles, and it costs fucking a ridiculous amount of money to get there and back. So I was like, do you know what? Why don't I just take Mrs. Sick out for lunch? And at least then we're going to go and do something nice for the day. And it was a very hot day, so it was nice for her, horrible for me. And yeah, and we found a pub that was like, oh, there's pretty good food actually. It's good value. It's the same price as a local place.
I just like the fact the entire time you would just had a sheen to your forehead because you were sweating so much.
Oh, God.
I thought it was really nice. I thought it was really, like, very comfortable weather. And you're, like, sweating.
Died.
Yeah.
Me, I'm the dying. It's horrible. 6.9 feels like 1.7. So you're a chilly. That sounds equally unpleasant, but at least with cold you can escape to blankets. When it is hot, there is nowhere to go. I mean, at least it used to be that case. For regular listeners, you know that we have 2 fucking air conditioners now. One set up in the living room and one set up in the bedroom, and it has been going something fierce. I don't know if this year has been way more like moist in the air, but I set up a bucket underneath the aircon with a pipe that drips into it, and holy shit, that has produced like, it's as if it's like plumbed into the fucking water mains. It feels like, because it's absolutely tons of water that comes out of it. It's ridiculous, but it does make it feel a lot better. Oh, I'm very sorry for you, Detonator. That's fucking awful. Warm or cold beer? How is that? I don't understand. Why would you want anything other than cold beer? Actually, that's the thing. Because we went to a pub and it was a really hot day. It's one of the very few times that my brain goes, get beer. Because big and cold. And it's actually like the one time of the year that I like beer. Rest of the time it's like, ugh. And I'm not talking about fucking ale. I don't like real ale. I mean lager. A sheen on his forehead. Have you had your helmet polished? Glad the whiskey god, glad the whiskey god known as Sir Sick has blessed us with his presence. I didn't bless you with my presence. I was just here. You came to see me. I am blessed. Yanks think all English beer is warm. Well, real ale is supposed to be slightly warm. Like, it's not supposed to be cold.
I thought it was supposed to be like around about room temperature.
I think it's not room temperature, but it's not like ice cold. Lager is cold, but lager isn't beer. It's not an ale. And people will get mad at you for saying, "Oh, I like a nice beer," and you say, "Yeah, I have a pint of, I don't know, Coors or Foster's or something," and they go, "That's not beer." It's like, I don't care. It's like when people get mad at me for having whiskey and pop. It's like, no. It's like, I like it. Just let me like things. Fuck off. You be weird and like things in weird ways that I don't enjoy. I'm not having a go at you for that. Prick. Hey, all sticky. I'm Dad. Thank you so much. Whenever I go to Belgium in the summer, I occasionally get a can of Jupiler from the railway station vending machine. It qualifies as a perfectly acceptable lager. There's vending machines with beer in it? That's nuts.
Do we need to go to Belgium now?
No, because it would have to have whiskey in it too. Or very, very hot. Real ale, yes, shouldn't be refrigerated. Just a little cooler than the room. Yes. I used to be a barman. I know how to do real ale. I just don't like the way it tastes.
I don't like the way it smells. It stinks.
I also know how to change a barrel. Both lager barrels are fucking easy to change,
Yeah.
but real ale is a pain in the ass. You get this peg thing that you have to hammer in with a mallet. You're enjoying it wrong. Exactly. How dare you? That makes me mad.
Gatekeeping preferences.
Gatekeeping the way I enjoy things. And I'm sure that maybe there's a way I could enjoy it more. But if I've tried it and I didn't like it, you can fuck off into space. Rye and Coke for the win. I do like rye. Next time you have a flat earth argument, ask them about GPS. They don't know what to say. Tested and approved. I mean, they do. Maybe the one you've spoken to haven't, or even the ones you've spoken. But there are ones who do. It's just fake. It's just based on other technology that they're not telling you about. Never ever think that you have something that will stump a flat earther. Like, it's when they make something idiot proof, they just go and invent a better idiot. There will always be a stupider flat earth argument that just doesn't matter. They'll come up with something. It's not even difficult, and that's the problem. Is it weird that these streams replace AA meetings for me? Yes. If you need it, go to it. Holy Christ. Unless it's really putting you off. It's like, these fucking idiots. Especially that one, particular one. He sounds so fucking stupid when he's drunk. I never want to drink again. Well, I guess that would kind of work. 28 degrees C is 82 Fahrenheit. That's hot, yes, but it's cool for June, which is normally in the 90s. I had to look up the conversation. That's for making me work. You didn't have to do anything. You could have just ignored it all. Drink a Bud Light to trigger the Republic dogs. Unfortunately, I don't like Bud Light. I don't think it tastes very nice. I'm okay with Budweiser. I don't know if they're even remotely the same company or anything, but no, I'm not a big fan of that. I do like... Escors is like one of my preferences, and for lager. But it's always going to be whiskey. English lagers are vile. On a hot day like today, I go for either a fine Czech Pilsner or a nice cider. Mrs. Sick loves the cider. She has a specific one she likes, which is probably like the wrong one to like.
I know, because I can't taste things properly, apparently. I like things with strong flavours, so...
Bud Light is cheap, really cheap. Yeah, I know that it's cheap. I mean, I've had it before, and, like, I can drink it, but it's not... It's specifically one that I'm not a huge fan of.
Can you answer my question that I asked you earlier?
What did you ask me earlier?
What is the melting point of a human?
And I said yes.
That's not an answer, though.
Yes, it is.
Does that mean just we melt at any point, then?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, I'm feeling very melty. That was the point.
Yeah, but you're not human, so...
I'm not humans. Occasionally, I feel kind of human. Does Mrs. Sick like the brand Dickens?
Dickens.
She likes the name, but she's never heard of it, I'm sure. What? So Sick drinks beer? With a whiskey chaser, no doubt. Actually, I've never been much for the old having a drink and then having another drink to make you much pisser. I like to spend my money in ways that make for long-lasting, sort of enjoyable drunkenness. I've never been about getting as hammered as possible as fast as possible. That's not fun. It
Dick.
only makes me feel ill.
Oh, Dick Insider. Thank you. I didn't catch that.
Oh, that is pretty good. You are what you eat, sick. I don't remember eating a fucking legend. Melt those pathetic humans. I mean, melt this pathetic me. It's just
115 degrees Fahrenheit, apparently. Okay.
that's too much. Fruit ciders are indeed nice. However, they aren't cider. Pear cider is called perry.
Yeah, I get like burning people. You know, humans can be burned, but
No,
I
she
want to
wants
know
to
when
melt them.
I want to know when we melt.
Yeah, completely different thing. Here we go. 7-year-old pear brandy. That is either really nice or fucking gross. I'd have to try it to find out. Send. And that's the thing I need to do. I keep getting asked, have you got a P.O. box yet? Have you got a P.O. box yet? I'm like, you only ever ask me that when I'm not in the position to fucking set one up. There's a cider with strawberry and lime. Yeah. There's a bunch of them, like Rekoberg and Kopperberg and some other ones that I can't pronounce. They are quite nice. I can drink those. Although once we ordered 2 and it turned out to be the light version and not light like calories, light like low alcohol. We were fucking devastated. I mean, I was. If I had a Volkswagen Quantum and it broke down, I'd have to hire a quantum mechanic. I'm just gonna ban you. What?
My sister messaged me.
What does that?
She's finally getting a date for her surgery.
Huzzah!
Oh my god. Finally. That's just been so long.
Incorrect. You are what you don't poo. I mean, you. So you aren't what you poo. I just tried to Google human melting points, and annoyingly, it's only giving me temperatures for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree burns. Not the same thing. Stupid Google. Okay, I mean, you just have to melt them down with a vat of acid, like we've always had to do. It's very inconvenient. The way to melt a person would be to heat them up in a vacuum so they won't oxidize and catch fire.
That could work.
Fair enough. We'll have to try that. Blood orange gin and tonic. That does sound kind of nice. And I'm not a big fan of gin. Is that a Scottish thing? Take a date to surgery? No. She's got a date for her surgery, as in she's going to have surgery, and now they know when.
She's just been waiting a very long time.
Very long time. Does that mean if a Ford Cougar breaks down, you need a big cat psychiatrist? I don't even get it. That's how bad that joke was.
Okay, apparently humans don't really melt. You kind of get you get scrambled and you turn into like goop chunks. You don't really technically like melt like a candle does.
Our fats would surely start melting at about 70 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that's kind of what it says. It says you kind of just you don't really melt in the same way that I thought about as melting. Like, oh, I'm melting. You know, it's not like that. It's more you just kind of just goop.
I just got done signing my lease renewal. Is that good? I don't know. It's just a lease.
Oh my god! Thank you,
Unless
Reddit.
you really needed it.
Reddit has gone through everything, like all the components of human and what parts melt at what.
Oh, I'm surprised you can get onto Reddit. Reddit's gone dark because of all the.
No, I'm on Google looking at Reddit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not actually on Reddit.
Oh, so it's giving you that information through it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you click on it, it would take you to the.
Let me have a look. Ooh. No, it's gone dark.
Yeah.
But I can still see it.
For like, I don't use Reddit like Redditors use Reddit, but occasionally I use it to find a piece of information. And not gonna lie, it's been pretty fucking annoying that it's been down the last day or so.
I usually use it for D&D ideas.
Goo chunk. Goo chunks. What a time to come in. What a time to be alive. You can melt a human using acid or lime. Not that I've ever looked into it or done it.
Yeah, I know that, but it's not like.
But we want to melt them with heat.
Yeah, it's like I want to know what heat melts a human because it's so hot. I'm wondering when the sun will melt.
It's easier to melt humans if you first reduce them to a fine paste.
Well, yeah.
But at that point, just candleize them.
So you're more likely to set on fire from the sun than you are to melt them.
Yeah, Reddit is largely black. Like, it's not entirely, but as far as I understand, yeah. And like, one of the things.
Why has it gone dark anyway?
Because they started charging a ludicrous amount for API calls, which basically means all the tools and like browsers that people have been using to use Reddit, like on their phones and shit, were prohibitively expensive for those applications to use now.
Okay.
And they did that to stop the AI scrapers from using Reddit as a free source of content.
Right, okay.
Basically, if things like Reddit and that had done this all along, ChatGPT would not be where it is now.
No, it wouldn't.
Or it would have had to have sourced way fucking more money to do it. People are easily triggered and have total meltdowns. You mean, so if you say something upsetting to someone, you think that they will melt? I mean...
Yeah, but a meltdown's not really a meltdown either. A nuclear one.
Yes, I know. APOS costs 1,200 per million or something. It is prohibitively expensive regardless. Not to be that guy, but melt and dissolve are two different things. I mean, okay. It's not like this is a serious conversation. Anyway, let's move on to something that isn't about melting people, as fun as that is.
I was just curious.
You asked, I already had answered. The answer was yes. And then you just decided that that wasn't good enough.
It wasn't.
Last week, someone asked me about the short and sort of how much money that they make. And while I'm not usually about divulging income and stuff because it's not any of your fucking business, it was okay. So it did really well after that stream. The video just went up in like these weird stepped huge chunks. It went from about 10,000 views, which I was really happy with, to 55,000 views, which has been kind of mental. So it made 55,000 views. If you know anything about CPMs, you might think that you know sort of the range that that could have touched. It fucking didn't. YouTube short with 55,000 views made me a grand total of $3.76. I was fucking staggered. I mean, you know, you don't make the most money in the world off of your YouTube views, but holy fucking shit, that was lower than I expected by some degrees. Now, to be fair, that doesn't mean that it wasn't a useful thing to put up. A, it's really fun to watch Big Number go burr. B, it brought in about 400 subscribers, which, considering that things have been kind of shit lately, that's been a nice sort of perk, a little bit of a bonus. So that made me feel better. And they're fun to make. I don't know. If I can pull in a few extra subscribers by making them, I think that they're worth doing just to practice other kinds of content. Wow, don't spend it all at once. Yeah. I was I was a little bit shocked, but you know, it is what it is. It's a very weird thing. Apparently, they reckon that number will go up as like advertisers don't sign up for shorts, or haven't really signed up for shorts yet. You have AdSense and you can be on that, but if you're not in the proper advertising bit for the normal videos, if you're in that, that doesn't mean that you're also part of shorts. So who knows? But yeah, that was a little bit lower than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie. It is cash money. Yeah, no lie. That is a shot. That's a shot of whiskey right there. So, $7.50. This may be worth more than your shorts. I mean, the shorts I'm wearing were 20 quid. So, you know. But yeah. I never expected it to be something to make money on. But it was quite stunning that it was the opposite of that. I think shorts should be treated like ads. So Cersic did an ad. Then that's exactly how I thought of it. Although I didn't do the thing that a lot of people do where they just snip out a bit of their video and just shit that onto the internet. I couldn't do that. I couldn't find anything that I was happy with. There were apps to do it that I didn't particularly like and all that shit. So I made a very tiny Cersic video that loops. And I was really pleased with that. That was quite a lot of fun to do. And it did really well. So it just because it hadn't hit, just because it's not going to make me any money doesn't mean that it's not valuable. Cersic is going to advertise his shorts. Quite the opposite. I have had a few people complain about the shorts though, and I'm like, don't watch them. It's taking nothing away from you. I think that is a thing that some people think, or some people think that is relevant that they fear. Like, they think that if I do something, then it's going to take away from something else, and that I shouldn't be allowed. And A, fuck you. B, it doesn't. And C, even if it does, it is literally none of your fucking business. Even if you Patreon me, you only pay per video. I've had it set up like that. So if I don't make anything, then you don't pay anything. You get what you fucking... And I didn't put the short on Patreon as a paid thing because it took a lot less work. So, you know, $3 closer to $1 million. That's true. Our 6 shorts, just a Crusader helmet as a piece, as a cod piece on a pair of underwear. I mean, I've never watched a short, but I'll make yours the first. I was pretty pleased with it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I didn't watch shorts and then I got addicted to them.
She didn't watch shorts until I told her that I'd published mine. So she checked it out and then like 2 hours later.
No, not even 2 hours. It was 3 days. I'd wake up and I'm like, oh, I could, you know,
the joke is that
I can do something, you know.
And then 2 hours later, you realised you'd watched a shitload of
I did like a teeny tiny.
We own you, dance monkey.
Teeny tiny little bit of editing on my spoon staff video, and then I was like, well, I've done that now. What else can I do? And then I'm like, oh, shorts.
Do shorts take much time to film? Well, the way I made my first one was I basically found a really, really short to respond to. And I just made it like it would make a normal video, but it was like 20 seconds long. Here's one. So the thing I made was about 1.5 minutes long. And then I sat down and I figured out every last thing that I could take out of it and still make it as coherent and as entertaining as possible. So it was a fun exercise in like sort of how like people complain about Twitter and that it's a cesspool. But one of the things I always enjoyed about it until they fucking ruined it by making Twitter blue, but was the short form. It was always called microblogging. And it's actually quite fun to do. If you have something big to say, and you want to do it all in one tweet, it's quite a fun challenge to like chop out all of the fucking garbage that you don't need and still get your sentiment across. And I've always found that quite a fun writing challenge. But so I kind of see shorts as the same thing. Although people have complained that my short was long because I did make it as long as I could. But still, yeah, I've always enjoyed that sort of idea. Like, I like it when people make new games for old consoles. There's a game called Micro Mages for the NES. You can buy it on Steam and stuff like that, but you can put it on an NES, like original hardware, and it will run, and it will run properly. And it's actually really cool, and it looks kind of awesome. Brevity is the soul of wit. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the thing. It helps you practice that. So I've spent some time, like, digging through a bunch of random different shorts that I might respond to. I am going to have to cut most of them down. I was very lucky to find that first one that was only 22 seconds long. But I am going to have to cut things out of other people's one in order to make something a bit more useful. So this means shorts will be less terrible than full videos, but I came here for the terrible. Well, ultimately, you'll still get the terrible long videos, but there'll also be terrible short videos that are less terrible, but still... I mean, they loop. I'm planning to try and make them all loop. So, theoretically, it's actually infinite terribleness. One of my favorite comments on that video was, I got really repetitive after 20 minutes. I was like, nice. I thought alcoholic beverages are the soul of wit. Part of it. 6 Speedos. I don't think I've ever worn a pair of Speedos. I always wear big shorts when I go swimming. I don't like Speedos.
They're too tight.
Too tight. I don't have enough space for my enormous ego. The looping is quite appealing. Yeah. A lot of people complimented it on the especially how the loop worked. Writing challenge? Haiku is already a thing. Well, yes, but there are other kinds of writing challenges.
It's not just
one.
Just the haiku.
Everything must be written in a haiku. Otherwise, it's not a writing challenge. Oh, infinite terrible. Sold. What I would like to know is why only 30% of the people that watch you like the video. Surely they know what they're going to get. Maybe 60% of your subscribers hate your guts. Well, I mean, if you're being serious, most people don't, apart from the hate your guts, I'm assuming, most people don't engage at all because it's like, what's the point? They either don't see a value in it or, you know, it's just too much effort to click a button.
Or introverts.
And to be honest, like most things I ever watch, I can really like it. I think that was a really good video. I don't fucking like it. Like, I don't click like. Are you working on any big projects? According to Mr. Beast, it's easier to try and make one video with 1 million views than 100 videos with 10k views. I mean, yes, but the problem with that is Mr. Beast has fucking a stupid amount of subscribers. I could probably make longer, better videos, but right now I'm not in a position to do that. And also I don't think, like, what I do responding to people specifically, I may work on a project eventually, but I don't know. Any luck finding an editor? I mentioned it on Creaky's community post. I've had a few people send me messages. I only actually saw them today, so I've had to send out a bunch because I had it set up. This was like I've got a new business email, and I had it set up to send it to me on my old one, which is still like logged in everywhere, and it just didn't do that. So I had no idea. And I should have checked, but I was like, oh, I haven't checked that in a while. And then there they were. So in the next couple of weeks, maybe someone will have something fucking awesome. Or I don't know. It all depends. I'm hoping that at least one of them's good enough. But who knows? I can be really picky. I try to like as much as possible, as it doesn't cost me anything, and it's like the simplest, most zero effort thing I can do to help a creator I like. Yeah, I would say so. Another thing is to not do ad blocking. Like, yeah, I mean that is more of a big thing because, like, this is not me saying if you ad block I hate you or any shit like that. If you ad block, I fucking get it. But if you really like a channel, ad blockers have whitelists. And when I used to use ad blockers, I would whitelist all the channels that I really liked. I would use the ad blocker to just hide shit from garbage channels that were full of, like, oh my God, I've seen one video and it was like 20 minutes long. And I swear to God, there were 50 ad placements in it. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, no ads, YouTube Premium. Yeah, I got YouTube Premium. It turned out that YouTube Premium Family Plan is just a terrific value. So Mrs. Sick has it, I have it, the kids have it, and my brother. So that's a shitload of people. But yeah, like, if you want a technically free, it is a pain in the ass way to help people out. There's nothing wrong with that. I give YouTube the blood money and subscribe to Premium. No more ad block needed and slightly better percent of penny per view. Oh yeah, way better. Like, if that is something that you want to do, like using Premium, getting Premium if you can afford it. Because oh my God, it's so much better. Now I can get why you wouldn't want to give that money to YouTube. So that's a whole other thing. There's so many reasons to not give any money to any fucking company and just say fuck it. And I get that shit. But at the end of the day, if you can justify with that yourself, then great. If you can't, then you're gonna have to figure something out. I don't know. Came in to give a like and now off to drink whiskey. Have a good one. See, that sounds like a good plan. YouTube Premium Family is up there with Nintendo Online for worthwhile subscriptions. I mean, Nintendo Online didn't used to be a worthwhile subscription, and then it got better, and then it got worse with the expansion pack. If you get that. At this point, I'd rather YouTube get money out of me than Twitch. Oh yeah, I can get that. The other thing is, YouTube has always been the place where people can actually make money. If you know anything about TikTok, oh my fucking God. You hear that? I don't know about what percentages they get, but apparently it's worth that 55k views that netted me $3.76 so far. Apparently, if this was a TikTok video that I'd put on, if that short I'd put it on TikTok, it would be less. Which is just staggering how much bigger a platform they are. Oh, the other one, I got a bunch of people who commented on that video saying, oh, I saw this on pardon me. I saw this on TikTok. A few of them were like, I wanted to find out whose it actually was. And one person genuinely sounded like they thought that I'd stolen it. And I'm like, look at my fucking channel. Look at the branding. I actually had a look around. Creaky actually helped me out to find someone who has been stealing a lot of atheist creators' content. I don't know how to do anything about TikTok. So, like, I was in the middle of working anyway, so maybe I'll get round to, like, reporting them or something. But they had nicked loads of my videos, loads of basically everybody you've ever heard of in sort of the atheist sphere, as it were. Twitch is owned by Amazon. I am well aware. YouTube takes too much out of super chats. I would say that they definitely take seemingly an absurd degree out of super chats. There's otherwise I mean, almost everything they do, they take a big percentage of. But they're still better than some other platforms. Like, they're still better than Twitch. If you're not like some super fancy associate on Twitch, they take half of like everything. And TikTok is like 80% that they take.
Wow.
Which is, yeah. Now, there are ways to get better numbers than that, but oof. I read about a comedian named Chris Collins who has 54 million followers on TikTok, and she says she makes almost nothing. She moved over to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, that's been a common thread, is when you get a platform that's brand new and then people build big fucking fan bases on it, and then they move over to YouTube, and that's when they make real fucking cash. You should basically, if you're going to start a channel on a different thing, publish everything you make on YouTube. Just do it. Even if you don't reference YouTube, just publish everything you make on it as lazily as you need to, as long as it's properly branded. If you make success, you that sounded really stupid, but if you succeed and you have a big following and people are interested in you, they'll follow you over to YouTube, and they'll probably watch a lot of your shit on YouTube as well, because it's easier most of the time. Skip the super chats and send via Streamlabs donation directly. I think that provides the best value for a straight dono. It does. The problem with Streamlabs is that they have problems. Mostly with... I don't know if it's improved. I don't know if they fixed things. But last I checked, they had a bad habit of doing things that they aren't supposed to, like based on agreements. Like Streamlabs OBS should never have had OBS in the name. I don't think it does anymore. But they did that for a really long time, and that fucking pissed people off. I don't know. I need to look into them again. There's so many things. This is why, I mean, it's the main reason why I still have yet to do a fucking sponsorship. Because just every company does something stupid at some point. And it's just fucking embarrassing.
It says, asking about how much YouTube takes from super chats. Apparently it varies depending on
it's at least 30%.
Yeah, it's at least 30%, but it can vary. But the main thing is if you want us to see it right here, right now, then that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, there's other ways of giving donations if you want.
Yeah, like I can see there is a value to the super chat. You get to make a big thing and it like shows up and people can read it. If you've got something either you want to say or you just want to show off that you've given some money over, then that's great. Then I have absolutely no problem with that. As long as you're aware that a big chunk of that money doesn't go anywhere near me. Most of it does. More than half of it does. Easily more than half. But it's definitely not all of it. But if you want to just give me money, PayPal and Patreon are the best ways. PayPal for one-offs and the other one for like recurring is generally. I don't even know what OBS means. Open Broadcasting Software. I hate Twitch. For some reason, the streaming videos from there come out really choppy and the video quality jumps all over the place. I don't get any of that when watching a YouTube live stream. Yeah, I mean, that's very common that just YouTube does a lot of things better. Sick, this stream not brought to you by Raid Shitty Fuckends. Don't even try it. It is just shite gambling. It's gambling without the payoff of gambling. People like to defend things like Raid Shadow Legends by saying, oh, well, you don't really win anything. And it's like, that makes it even worse. It doesn't make it better. You just pump money into it, and then you get nothing for it. Fucking brilliant. It just uses all of the trappings of gambling without the at least possibility that it would make you better off. Fuck me. I would super chat, but that super chat that I don't understand how money works, but I'm not sure how words do things. That's fair. I didn't even know that they take that much. I thought they take like 1%. You talk about Twitch and TikToks is making me mad as hell. It's one of the things, though. It's like they do provide a platform. Like, at the end of the day, I make money doing YouTube that if they didn't provide it, I would make nothing. Like, that's a fact. I would have one of those normal jobs, like some kind of real working person. Instead, I actually have the opportunity to act like an asshole online and get paid good enough that I don't need a real job for it. Um, especially because I work from home, so I don't have like my. That's what makes YouTube viable, is that I have almost zero outlay. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to drive somewhere or take the bus or whatever. And the kids' school is like ridiculously close by, so we don't have to pay for that either. If you even imply that my stupidity, I will be forced to defend myself even more. Where have I seen that before? Tell everyone that God loves them so much that he will send them to hell, and they will send you their life saving. Well, as long as you convince them. Poopy, poopy brown buns. Thank you, John Smith. That really means a lot. Oh my god, that's one of my favourite jokes, actually. Man walks up to a grieving widow and says, plethora, and she says, thanks, that means a lot. I have one subscriber on Twitch. I have one subscriber on Twitch, and they pay me $5 a month. I wind up getting like $2.35. So it's even worse. That's awesome. Do you have a prediction of when you will hit 100k subs? Well, considering that my fucking subscriber uptick was plummeting, but the fucking short helped a lot, I have no fucking idea. Because it may just plummet again, it may go up. It's so random. That's the thing that makes YouTube quite stressful, is the sheer unpredictability of so much of it. Plethora is the best dad joke of all time. I do really like that joke. I nearly coughed water on my keyboard. I forgot you're a dad. Oh, it's a money chat. Yay. How do I trade my monkey butt live pictures winking at you for carrots? Are you talking about NFTs? It sounds like you're talking about NFTs. I somehow have 3 subscribers on YouTube, so I don't have any videos. I guess people just liked comments I made so much that they wanted to see if I ever did a video. Are they that good? Yeah, I have no idea. When you go to channels with no content and they have like 50,000 subscribers, and you're like, how? And it's clear that they've never made anything, so it's so confusing. Plethora of poopy poopy brown buns. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Drink some more whiskey. That will help you feel better. Obligatory like the video. Pause. I mean, I don't really do that. I mean, I guess I did when I just read that out, but I don't usually do that on purpose.
Oh, come on, guys. It's so close to 69.
What is?
The likes.
Oh, okay.
That's doesn't get you.
Yeah,
have
but
to
then
do it
some
now.
piece of shit comes along and it makes it 70.
Yeah, but then you have to even it out, and one of you unlike it, and then one of you like until it actually does it.
Sell sick coin and mint some crappy Crusader Monkey NFTs. Now, you see, I would do that, but I don't absolutely fucking hate myself. So I can't bring myself to do such. Yeah, I've never, like, even the idea of, and one of the problems with doing, like, Bitcoin-esque things, cryptocurrencies, that's the word I'm looking for. The problem with them is always that even if you're not using them to scam people, you say, here's this crypto or this NFT that I'm doing, and it's all 100%, it's just a meme. You buy it and it's to help support the channel. You're not going to make any money off of it. It's effectively like just giving me money. And someone will come along and try to scam people with it. And you are at least in some sense responsible for that, and I just wouldn't want to be. Did you see the Aldi knockoff Mr. Kiplings? They're exceedingly good fakes, you fucking asshole. That's really good. And they are, actually. I really like Bramley apple pies. Holy shit. stuff those things in my face all day. I actually have followers on YouTube with no uploads. Amazeballs. I don't. That's the thing. Like, there's not even a way to follow people's commenting or anything like that. There's no comments histories or anything like that. I would be both interested and horrified because I'm sure I've said some fucking ridiculously stupid and wrong things. Like, my 12 subs agree that my videos aren't worth watching. I mean, that's always good to know. Oh, the likes went up to 83, so you've ruined it. If you hadn't mentioned it,
I know.
they would have just slowly built, and maybe they'd have hit 69.
I did say, like, take it off if it's, like, getting too high, but
it's not going to work. Drink enough to numb your moral aversion to sponsorship. It's not a moral aversion. Why do people think that my stance on sponsorships has anything to do with morality? It's about my fucking anxiety. I don't like the idea of selling things that are shite, because then any people will get mad at me for selling them a piece of shit, and I'll feel bad. I don't want to do that. I don't think it's worth the stress. It's not a moral stance. If I could justify it and I knew... That's the thing. That's what I want. I want a thing that I can be 100% sure is, you know, like a good product. And if someone isn't unhappy with it, it's because they were very unlucky and not the norm. That's basically my thinking. I would love the idea of being able to have a fucking
Sir Sick will get 7/12 of this, so no Forex though.
No, all right.
Thank you, Ali.
We have a plethora of Sir Sick fans. I mean, there's a few, and like people have said, it's getting close to 100k, which is still completely mad.
Yeah, I know. It's freaking weird to me.
Get a whiskey sponsorship, then drink the whiskey. What's the problem there? I would get a whiskey sponsorship. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing that because it's really on brand as well.
Yeah, I'd be pretty okay with that. It'd have to be a good whiskey, though. It'd have to be tasty as fuck. I couldn't have, like, some fucking cheap knockoff one that's then, like, $40 for a $10 whiskey. And, like, everyone's like, this tastes like paint stripper. I mean, I'd still fucking drink it, but then I have no standards.
It says whiskey in the bottle, you drink it.
Yeah, exactly. People ask me what my favourite whiskey is, and it's like the one in front of me. Sir Sick, sponsored by Glenlivet. I'm not sure if I've even tried Glenlivet. I'm going to have to sit down at a fancy, like, whiskey bar someday and just sit there progressively not being able to remember what my favourite one is.
Okay, Forex is foreign exchange rate, so yeah. That makes sense.
Free whiskey always tastes nice. Exactly. Me make the smarts again. Good job. But yeah, so I would do a whiskey sponsorship. I'd love to do a Sir Sick brand whiskey. That would be fucking amazing. To just have something with the sick head printed somewhere on it or something like that. That would be funny. And like I get a percentage of that. That would work. That would work for me. But yeah. See, I don't know if you probably know that I don't like peaty whiskey. That's like the one whiskey that I really dislike. This video is sponsored by Max Spaniel's knockoff bourbon. Hey, if it tasted okay, it wouldn't matter if it was a knockoff. Oh. It pours brand whiskey. It go in face. But yeah. I've now been in 3 nursing facilities and really didn't need to be in one. I need physical therapies, but the Veterans Administration thinks it's easier to warehouse than fix the fixable. Oh shit, what? That went somber. I once spanked my monkey NFT. I mean, that's what you gotta do. The 2 sponsors of Sir Sick, whiskey or strong alcohol cleaning products.
Oh my god, that would work so well.
What, alcohol cleaning products?
Yeah.
As long as it was drinkable. Shite. Sorry, I'm late again. You're the only one who misses out. That's all that happens. This isn't... Don't be sorry to me. Be sorry to yourself for missing out on this clearly high-quality content. Sick plastic bottle, one up from a bottom shelf brand whiskey. Oh my god. Yes. I haven't seen the fucking whiskey in a plastic bottle in a really fucking long time.
Oh my god, that would
I haven't touched that. Like, even when we were quite poor, it was still something in a glass bottle. When we were really poor, then it was the plastic one. Actually, no. When we were really poor, it was White Lightning.
Yeah.
And God, that stuff is fucking
That's
vile.
nasty. Yeah.
Really, really gross. You used to put it with blackcurrant in order to
yes, to hide the flavour.
Oh, and it didn't really work.
No.
I've probably done more damage to myself with just the few years where we did that than with the whiskey I've ever drunk. Don't drink or eat anything from plastic. I don't know. I like sweeties. A bag of like M&Ms or something. That's well nice. If you make a fake ad, you're more than welcome to steal that one. I mean, I wouldn't make a fake ad. Well, I guess I have kind of made fake ads as jokes, but they're usually jokes for different reasons. 6 piss key for when you really want to get pissed and nothing else. Your whiskey needs to have a Crusader helmet for the top. This is true. A cork. Because it would be something that people would, like, keep. You wouldn't necessarily keep the bottle, but if you could keep the top, that'd actually be fucking awesome. I would have the shit out of that. That sounds fucking amazing. I need to find a whiskey brand with very few morals. No self-worth. Jim Beam is fine out of a plastic bottle. I didn't even know it came in a plastic bottle. And over here, it comes in glass bottles. I do think that there are much better whiskies. At the moment, I'm drinking Bullet Bourbon because it's one of my favorites. It's my sup-in whiskey, is Bullet Bourbon. It's generally always at a decent enough price, and it's very, very tasty. High caliber whiskey is hidden in every high content lager. Nearly a pint in every 8 cans a day. What the fuck? Okay. I mean, I have added more than my fair share of whiskey to lager and Bulmers, the bottled cider. Can't drink that shit anymore. Makes me feel fucking ill. Oh, I think they should make little shots of whiskey bottled in condoms. 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh. Is that bottle brown? Are you talking about Bulmers? Bulmers has brown bottles. It's not like Nuki Brown Ale, which I have no idea what that shit tastes like, but it doesn't sound nice. But that comes in a brown bottle as well, I think. I don't know a whole lot about those.
It's a 6 Bathtub Brew Reserve. I like that.
Brew. Plastic should not be used for food and drink packaging due to it being toxic. It is the new lead paint. Glass, aluminium, paper, etc. only. I mean, if you can, but that's not always the option.
Have you seen those really cool algae bottles?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen somebody, they drank water from it and then they ate
Well, it is a good everyday whiskey. Yeah, I would say so. Every single day, every hour. It's a good morning whiskey. Oh, my God. I currently have 3 different versions of Penderin, but it's too hot to drink neat whiskey today. I mean, I like highballs. Get some pop, fill it up, ice, and that's what I mostly drink. Sick Daniels Leeds Brewed Bourbon. What is Daniels Leeds?
No,
I don't think
Jack Daniels, and we're not in Leeds.
Oh right, I see what that. I just thought it was saying Daniels Leeds, but no. There are different kinds of bourbon? Of course there are. Used to love Nuki Brune when I was younger. Had some recently, and it was vile. I can't imagine it tasted good. Sick whiskey, the taste of God's cum.
Oh my god, sick branded whiskey. It's just called Godcum.
One of my favorite American dad jokes is Stan, the lead character, discovers masturbation, and he says it feels good, really good, like kissing God with a mouthful of scotch. That always made me laugh. Mm. What bourbon pairs with Dark Side of the Moon? Yes. Bourbon is made from corn, so do I eat vegetables? Clearly. I get a lot of vegetables, apparently.
That's what I say when I have my cider. It's one of my 5 a day.
Exactly. It's basically apple juice. I used to like Nuki Brown until they changed the recipe. Now I can taste the difference. Also, it was always disgusting. Old electric plastic from the 80s has been found in modern UK, EU, and South Korean plastic food packaging. Unsurprising. Looking very much like some more thunder and lightning brewing over Yorkshire. I mean, it is getting fucking cloudy out there.
Yeah, boy.
We have had like 4 days in a row where it's going to rain, it's going to rain, and it doesn't rain. And it's it's going to rain, and then it doesn't fucking rain. And we're like, the air is constipated. You can like feel it. So I think tonight might be the night where it absolutely shits it down. So that'll be something. Oh. Drink champagne with Pink Floyd. I mean, if they're into it. Hey, come to my house and drink this mildly poisonous liquid. Oh, first person to open a bar, yeah. Basically. I mean, to be fair, in a real sense, alcohol was just the one way to drink liquid that didn't kill you. It was something like, I think one of the major changes for like the industrial revolution was the switch to coffee. That people could concentrate and focus more, because when everybody worked in fields, they would just get pissed and it wouldn't matter. So you'd be a bit drunk all day, and you'd be working out in the fields, and it's like, so what? But as soon as like jobs started getting quite technical, that really didn't work out. Air is constipated, Cersei. Did I hear that right? Have you not experienced that? When you can feel a storm coming on, like it just.
It's like a heavy feeling.
It's hard to explain if you haven't noticed it, but when a storm is coming up and you kind of know it's about to happen, if you've ever had that, that's what people mean when they say the air is constipated. If you've never heard that before, then yeah, the air is about to shit. Oh, well, piss technically, but still. Crop circles true or white lightning drinkers? I'll open debate en masse. I mean, it's going to be a quick debate, I'll tell you that. A pregnant pause. Well, apparently RMPs still get drunk on the job, so yeah, but you have to be a little bit tipsy in order to be extremely effective at everything. Super humidity. I mean, yeah, I've got to check my bucket after this stream is done. It's probably half full, all fucking ready. Is the air constipated or is the sky just edging? That is absolutely delightful. And,
oh no, it feels edgy today.
And on that amazing note, we're gonna polish up here and fuck off. And well, actually, I've got work to do. Either that or it's like building cupboards, which is also something that needs to be done. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming. I don't know why you all keep turning up, but since you do, cool. Thank you everyone who gave me money. I do like money. I'll always appreciate that. Anyway, thanks, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye bye.